Yo, what's up, everybody? Dreams and Day Jobs. I'm one of your hosts, Travis, with my guy right here.
Jeff, you already know what it is, man. Episode 21.
21, yo. 21, yo. Dreams and Day Jobs, where we talk dreams and day jobs and everything in between that to make it all happen for you guys, yo. So we're here 21 weeks in a row, guys. We haven't missed a week. So, dang.
Why is 21 significant?
You may say 21 is nothing, but 21 puts you in the 1% of podcasters right now. Yeah.
Hopefully that's, I mean, if that's still true, like, I know like that was the stat that we heard on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, I think in general, bro, to just shoot this many podcasts, like we did it the other day. It was, one a week is 52, right? 52 weeks. So to double that up to do even 100 episodes might take somebody 2 years. Because most people are not shooting podcasts 2 times a week, so, we're going for that 52 episodes, strong, which is going to be nice.
It's cool even when you don't even necessarily see maybe the results that you think you want. Like, even just the feeling of just being like, all right, we're here another week. Like, that's like almost enough to just kind of keep it going. Like, we did it, But what's up, man? What's going on?
Dude, not much. That's really the main topic is like, how do you see the clear vision? How do you stay down for the clear vision, even though you're maybe not getting the results that you want? So your 2 options are keep going or quit.
Yeah, I instantly, when you said that first thing, I think for me and for me personally, I think it's not to sound like whatever about it, like, not to sound like cheesy about it, but for me, I think a big part of it for me to keep going is having you.
Yeah, like
being having a friend that's like-minded and like if I ever feel like kind of just like I'm feeling this way, or you kind of if I didn't have you, it would probably be a lot harder for me to try to stay.
Definitely. Yeah. If I was doing this by myself, I definitely would not have gone 21 weeks. Yeah. Probably not. I would have skipped some. I would have kept going like you would. But it's like,
it would have been like scattered kind of, yeah.
Like they say in the gym, you have an accountability partner. You're going to have times you're not going to want to go to the gym. But if you're meeting your boy there at 5 a.m. all the time, you're going to go. Like, you're going to go because you're just not going to want to, I don't know. It's almost like you don't want to let them down. And it's also like, it's healthy competition in a sense, It's like, yo, he showed up. I got to show up.
Interestingly enough, the gym has been the one thing over the years that I have stayed consistent with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've missed days, whether, what I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
Going to the gym is something that I've been able to
constantly be
consistently always do, but there's definitely plenty of other things that I have not been consistent with.
Yeah.
So far we have been doing this consistently, and having the fact that we're both involved in it definitely I think makes it easier,
Now what made you stay consistent in going to the gym all the time?
Being fat, dude, as a kid, being heavy and being out of shape, and understanding like the benefits of what being in shape and taking care of yourself did and has done and will do for the rest of my life, dude.
Yeah.
Some people may feel like it's kind of like a vain, I might sound vain saying this, but okay, it's important to be healthy. Like, if you don't have your health, what do you have, right?
True.
You can have $1 million in your bank, but if you're not healthy and you can't get out of bed, what good is it? So I understand that, like, I want to be healthy,
Probably
but I think
hire a nice nurse.
Still, I definitely would. Maybe a couple, a couple nurses.
You definitely buy a nice.
Yeah, for sure. But still. But yeah, you're right about that.
Keep going, bro. I'm sorry.
I definitely have a few for sure. But I also am just like, and some people may not like how this sounds, but I also just understand the reality of the world and what advantages come with trying to look good and have a nice body and a nice physique and keep yourself fit. I just understand the advantages of that. And I think that, and what the perception from other people that you'll get and the internal confidence it'll bring. Just there's a list of things that I know that I realize that come with
So
being in shape. You know what I
let's
mean?
stay on this for a second because I like
Yeah, all
this.
right, let's stay on
We'll
it.
keep
Yeah.
this. This might be the topic for the day. So the advantages that you get from working out, give me some of those, because that obviously, so so you said before to be, what keeps you consistent is a past of being out of shape.
Yeah.
And right now, because obviously that's probably not one of your main motivators right now, I would say, because you've been in shape for a while now, no?
If I'm being honest, right now in my life, money is definitely the number one motivator. I gotta get some bread, dude. Like well, again, because I also understand the realities of the world that like, people, money's not everything. And you're right, it's not everything, but it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I need some of it. So right now, now at this point in my life, I am definitely focused on, I'm trying to get some bread. Like, so you know what I mean?
Okay.
Um,
But some of those advantages, so
Of being in
shape,
yeah,
what are some of
I
those
think
advantages?
for me it definitely has given me the confidence to just walk in the room or to just walk around comfortable in your own skin, you know. I think that people perceive you differently um when they see that you take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it helps you in relationships, with whether that's a business relationship, whether that you're going in for a job, you're trying to do business. Um, there's a study I remember hearing. There's a study that like they say people that are in shape are usually smarter. I don't know if that's true, but their perception is real.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
I can see that. I mean, I could definitely see
Maybe I'm a
that for
little
some people.
maybe
for
I'm a
sure.
little biased because like I do work out, that like if I owned a business and two people walked in for a job
Mm-hmm.
and one walked in and was kind of sloppy and like out of shape and wasn't dressed well and didn't take care of themselves, and the other one was dressed nice, fitted clothes, good physique, and without even saying anything,
Mm-hmm.
even if the out of shape person was more qualified on paper, I know that my brain is probably going to be more inclined to go with the person that
Yeah.
is taking care of themselves, because I just think the perception, whether you like it or not, the perception that you get from somebody that takes care of themselves. Also when it comes to women, dude, like I noticed a significant, again, people not want what, people, this might be controversial, but like I know in my experience, I noticed a significant change
Mm-hmm.
in my romantic relationships with women when I got in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So I just understand in general. And if you go like based on like psychology, everything in a sense comes down to mating, right? We're trying to reproduce, have kids. We want to have a partner, a family, the attraction's got to be there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I just understand the benefits of what comes with being healthy and in shape.
Yeah. Okay.
And I also
Definitely.
understand the disadvantages of being out of shape,
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's me personally. So now I feel like I've got that covered, that aspect of my life. It's never going to change.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why now I say I'm more focused on like making money,
Yep. Which I definitely think can apply. You can apply those same attributes, those same qualities to now making money, because you've built up that consistency. You've built up that discipline.
But it's a lot tougher. Like for me, dude, making money is like a whole new, I've never focused on that really. I've always just had like a 9 to 5, and now really trying to break into like the mental habits and the mental shifts that you need, or that I need, that I'm going through, the discomfort, trying to like learn this new stuff, and making money is a whole different animal, like, but it's possible. I just need to put the work in.
That's really
like
it.
I did,
Like you did already.
Yeah.
Like you practiced something. Like imagine if you didn't get in shape. I would think, you already conquered one giant. So now you're on to the next one. You're like, yeah, I know it's not like lifting, but the principles are the same. Like when I play football, it's like football teaches you, sports in general teaches you a plethora of things, bro. Like a ton of stuff you're going to learn later. Like you might, like for me, I caught it later. I'm like, dang, like this is just like this play, or this is just like this game, or it's the same thing. It's pretty wild.
It's funny though. See, if we want to get kind of, if we want, I kind of want to go back onto the fitness thing. Like for me,
Stay there.
you
Yeah.
and I know, you may say like, no, like let's be real though, dude. Like you didn't experience that. Like I feel like you were always like an athlete. You were never like severely out of shape. You always got attention from girls. Like you never had an issue with like girls liking you. Like so,
Yeah.
you know. I don't know. It's just it's cool that at least you stayed with it. Like you know what I mean. I'm just saying, but no, but you didn't.
Man.
Like, no, I'm saying, but
No,
you
I'm just
didn't
saying.
though. So like so I think it's cool that you didn't like because some people like, dude, I could think of people that I went to high school with or like that maybe like were in shape or got attention from girls and now they're like not so in shape now, or people that you see years later. So it's cool that you stuck with it, but you didn't on the opposite end of me. Like I feel like you always had
we all go through the same battles, man. Like they might not be the exact battle, but they're the same battle. Like my struggle was like I was an athlete who was short, and in a time where all the athletes were tall in my position. I was not from like the biggest school. I jumped around to try to get like I earned my scholarship. Like no one, like I went and got it. No one was, dude. I was around people who were not as good as me, bro, getting full rides. And that like screwed with me. But I just didn't let it stop me. I was like, bro, I don't care. Like either way, I'm getting it. So like that was like my kind of battle in a sense, Gymnastics was different and stuff like that. But really getting into like middle school, playing ball, going into college, playing high school, all that. That was like my fat period in a sense, like I got people coming in like, all these college coaches come in, they want to go see all these 5 players. Meanwhile, like I'm balling and no one wants to go talk to me. Like that screws with you, bro, like big time. And I'm like, yo, forget it. I don't care. I'm going to every camp. I'm balling out at every camp, but I'm balling at these camps. Bro.
Why was that? It was just like
bro,
politics
just
and
like,
shit. Who knows who? And
football is full of politics and full of, oh man, I almost swore there, bro. Gets me so mad, bro. Gets me so mad. It gets me so mad because like these college coaches, bro, probably never even really played ball, knows nothing really about skill position, and yet they're coming over here to try to recruit.
Yeah.
And they're recruiting, subpar people based on what they potentially could be. Like he's 5'9" and 225. We could get him to 240, and all speculation, but they're literally speculating off things that these people did not earn. You didn't earn 5'9". You were born 5'9". You know what I'm saying? I'm 5'6", 200 pounds. I was born opposite of the gift and gained the weight and kept the speed
and was performing
and performed.
Yeah.
So it was like, so it's the same thing where like, you're sitting there like as maybe like a person out of shape and the girl rejects you and you're sitting there like, yo, this girl, bro, I'm gonna mush her the next time she sees me because she's gonna double take and I'm not even gonna give her the time of day, bro. I'm gonna mush her because you didn't, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Yeah. And that's the like, and you know what, bro? It's such I could get heated about it, but at the same time, I've done that same thing to other people. So like as much as it bothers me, I have to remember that in the way that I move through life because I don't want to treat somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody should be treated equal no matter what they are, their status, they look like, where they're from, who they are, skin colored, whatever it is. It should not matter. You should be judging the heart.
It should not matter, but that's what I'm trying to say with that, to go back to the in shape thing. And like, it shouldn't matter.
I know.
But the reality is it does.
It does matter, bro, but that doesn't mean you have to play that game. It's all good to do these things for yourself, to benefit yourself and, goals that you want, you know what I'm saying? But just because the 90% do it, be the 10% that sets a new president. The 90% are usually the employees. The 90% are usually the trenders, the memers, the people who think life is a joke, everybody who goes down the path of going with everybody. The 10%ers, the leaders, the bosses, those are the ones who dictate It's just like they say, watch who you make fun of in school. Watch who you make fun of, because you're going to go in for a job and he's going to be the one sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, you want this job? Or you'll go in and get the job and you'll be like, let me introduce you to the boss. Here he is.
I remember, like, yo,
Get ready.
it's funny. I
Get
remember,
ready.
kind of remember that, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've grown and I'm matured, and I honestly don't think like this now. Like, but there was a time, dude, like, after high school, like, there was a time where I could just remember bumping into people, like, from high school, like, and maybe, maybe they didn't say it or whatever, or whether it was girls that I went to school, or like kid, and I just remember being like, yo, dude, like, what? You know what I mean? I know that sounds cheesy and kind of like that, but I just remember being like,
yeah,
like, and you like you'd hope that, like, after years, and I'm sure people, they grow up and they're different people. We all grow, right? We all,
of course,
but there would be people that I would run into from school, and, like, you like I said, you hope that I would imagine that they're different people and we all grow up, but, like, like, I still have that memory in high school, and I'm just like, yo, like,
and I'm gonna
what do you got to say now?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
And
And I'm not like that. I really, genuinely, am not like that. But there was a period of time where, like,
yeah,
I would just be like, yo, like,
you just want to stick it to him, bro.
Stick it to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, but at the same time, and I'm there, bro. I'm completely, but I know there's people I hurt in my past, and I'm sorry for it. And I don't wish to do it in the future, and that's the whole, man, that's why, like, God in your life is so important, bro, because, like, it shows you that, because, like, people grow and they have that constant chip on their shoulder. Bro, like, I mean, I don't know, in my opinion, chips on your shoulder like that is an area of unforgiveness that you need to work on, because you shouldn't be feeling like that, because you're acting like you're perfect. Like, you're not perfect. You've done this, even though it's not the same. Maybe you didn't pick on someone, but did you break some girl's heart? Did you lie to someone? Did you cheat on someone? Did you steal from someone? You did something.
Did everything you just said.
Bro, everyone has lied. Everyone has probably cheated. Everyone has stole. Everyone has done something wrong to somebody else. So to sit and act and have this chip on your shoulder, like, they hurt me, I'm going to stick it to them, is a wrong mindset, because you've done it. So where does it end?
You're right.
It doesn't end. It has to end at some point. So it's like, to do it for yourself is a great thing. I just did a post today and it was about,
dude, I don't mean to, I have to pee real bad.
Go for it, bro.
I'm sorry.
You know what? We'll click those. You want to click those? Click that one.
Red button?
Yeah, click it. See, it's recording.
You're sure?
Yeah.
100% sure?
Yeah. You can see that in the top right corner, there's a red blinking dot.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
sorry.
yeah.
So you made a post.
Yeah, what was I talking about?
Made a post on TikTok.
Made a post on TikTok. Oh, I was talking about, because I was listening to a sermon this morning and it was saying, like, like, it was just bringing me back to this reminder of, like, why are you doing, okay, I'll give you the example. Are you fasting because God told you to fast, or are you fasting to get God to do something for you? And the ultimate message is, God's already done everything for you. There's nothing you can do to go and make God move on your behalf. You're not going to be able to play these games of, like, I'm going to fast really right now, and this is going to make God bring my prayer to fruition. No, it's already been done. If it's in line with his will, you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? And if you get a no for the prayer that you were looking at yes, are you okay to keep that no and trust that he knows what's best? And that's the reality of your faith. And that's what we're really dealing with. And it just put me into a reminder of, like, wow, like, I'm bugging, at the times everybody goes through it. You bug out about things, you get anxious about things, but you're anxious about things because you're leaving it in your own control. When it's in your own control and you're not giving it to God, and you're not just moving fluently through life, doing the things that you know need to be done to reach the goal that you're thanking God for, you're getting anxious because you're putting all of it on you. And you know that you will let yourself down every time. You might be good for 30 days, Day 35, you screw up. Now what? Now you let yourself down. Now it's a big anxiety loop. So it cleared up that area of what are you doing it for? So to bring that back to like the lifting and staying in shape, right? You want to do these things because you know they're going to benefit you in the long run of life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it to, stick it to this girl who played me or to, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And I'm not like using you as an example, but like those types of things. Like sometimes, we do things because we like want to show people like, I'll show them. For what, man? That's really your goal? Your goal should be because it's part of your journey.
I think it's shifted. It's definitely that now.
Yeah. Like man, I think everybody has had moments like that.
That has passed, but initially,
yeah.
Like, I remember for me personally, like I wanted to get in shape because I just wanted the attention I never got.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to like stick it to like the kids that would crack jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be that dude that like the girls wanted because I just never had that at the time, So,
I battle it every day. It's something that's never going to go away, in my opinion. It's something that you have to train yourself every day. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Is it because of this or is it because of that? It's something that I have to constantly battle. I constantly battle with these things. And that's the whole beauty of life in a sense. Like, if you were so easy to just conquer something like that, like, I don't know, I feel like we'd run out of things to do. But to constantly put that to death every day, that sense of pride is big, bro. I think that's big,
No, it's true.
So
I
go
all right, well, do you have
no, go ahead.
I actually was gonna kind of do something interesting that I just wanted to like
what?
Kind of do like a complete 180 and just kind of ask you. I want to ask you 2 questions.
Okay.
And I feel like I know these questions. I feel like based on knowing you, I feel like I know what you're going to say. I know the answers. But I was listening to a podcast and it made me think, and I was just like, like, let me ask you this. Okay. Question 1.
Okay.
I wire you $1 billion tomorrow. $1 billion with a B.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
your parents and your closest family and your 3 to 5 closest friends know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy things, but it's all covert. Nobody knows you. Everything is bought with like an anonymous trust.
Sounds good.
No, absolutely nobody knows you.
Mm.
But you have $1 billion. All right.
Nice situation.
Or
yeah.
So nobody knows you though.
Yeah. Nobody knows about
nobody.
Yep.
Except they don't know your name, Travis Hurt. They just yeah. Or every January 1st, you get wired $250,000.
Okay.
So for the year.
Okay.
Every January 1st, you get a wire, $250K.
Yeah.
But when you go out, you're the man, you're popular, people know you, you go to a restaurant, you and your girl and your family, you go to the front of the line. Hey, Trav, what's up? Like you're recognized and you have that status. And you get $250 a year every January 1st.
Okay.
What are you taking?
Okay. Oh, I mean.
And why?
Such an easy one, bro. But I get the battle between the two.
I feel like I know your answer, but let me hear what you say.
I'm definitely going with number 1.
You are?
Of course.
Really? Wow. I thought you were going with
Thought I'd go with number 2?
You were going number 2.
Why?
Yeah.
Heck, no way.
All right, so okay, I'm wrong.
It's definitely like put all things aside because like naturally like you're like me in the sense you're a people person, so you're going to these places, you're gonna you're gonna have relationships, you're gonna people are gonna like you because you're a likable person. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like an easy one where I'm like, yeah, all right, you don't have to be known, but like fame doesn't. I swear, man. Fame does nothing for me.
It's not necessarily fame, but just people know who you are and what you've done if you can contribute, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. The first thing I thought of was like, okay, like if you you did that to me today. Like, dang, like I was thinking like I need to get on my research of like, well, actually I have $1 billion. I could start my own foundation and my own sanctuary. So like that's all.
Okay, cool.
You know?
But
Yeah.
what, as long as you're cool with this,
Yeah.
you could start
But
whatever.
no one knows.
Nobody knows
You're,
you.
You're a covert owner.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, man. I'm still
Nobody
taking
will
that
know
part.
Travis
Yeah,
Heard.
that's
Nobody will
straight,
know
bro.
you
That's
don't.
straight.
Okay.
Because like honestly,
No, that's
what's so special about me in the sense of like my name on it or something like that. You know, it's more for me about the impact on the what am I actually gonna do for like the world? You know, like my impact, like everything I'm doing now is ultimately for this big grand goal that until God like literally turns me around from it, I'm steering towards that.
okay.
You know?
All right. So that's your answer. The $1 billion.
The $1 billion with no one knowing about it, but I could transact.
And I understand that. And
You know?
I understand that.
And
Maybe I should have thought a little harder
Well,
because
I'm
it
not-
does make perfect sense to me why you chose that. Maybe I should have thought a little bit more about that.
Well, then
based on
also
your
too,
answer.
bro, like you and like I think it might be a more difficult question if it was the same amount too. Like if that question was the same
Hold on.
amount.
Okay, so
Yeah,
okay,
you know,
so
because
listen,
that'd be a little
all
more
right, so
difficult.
$1 billion. So
yeah,
so for the rest of your life, $1 billion.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who you are except
Yep.
your mom, your dad, your wife, your daughter,
Yep.
and maybe your 3 closest friends.
Yep.
And nobody knows your name.
No one knows
Okay.
anything about anything.
Nothing.
Yep.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, second question.
Okay. Oh dang. That was
Second
okay.
question.
Yeah.
Cool. Second question.
Cool.
First option.
Yeah.
You make $250,000 a year, and for 10 years, so from 35 to 45, you can only go 1 kilometer away from your house for 10 years. And you have to live on an 8 to 5 schedule, meaning you wake up, you work from 8 to 5, 2 weeks vacation a year, and you're on a strict schedule for 10 years. But you make $250,000 a year, and you cannot go
anywhere
farther than 1 kilometer from your house.
Yeah. Oh man, that's tough right there.
Or
yeah,
you make the same amount, $250,000 a year, and you are completely average. Nobody. You have to wait in lines. Nobody.
Okay.
You're not popular. You know, no significance basically.
Okay.
$250,000 a year, but you have the freedom to travel and do whatever else you want for 10 years.
I swear, like,
you know
what makes these questions so hard? Because like just knowing me, like it's like first off, I'm like already in like I feel like I already besides like the money. Like I already have the character. Like if I gotta wait in line, it's like all right, make the best of it. I've already been waiting in line.
So what's your answer?
I'm definitely choosing the freedom because there's no way I'm gonna want to be stuck 1 kilometer. No way, bro. Easily the second one. Easily.
So
easily. No one knowing me. No one knows about the money. I'll wait in every line. No skipping. No, we got the table for you. None of that, bro. I'm cool with that. I'm definitely taking number 2.
Yeah, no, I was just curious.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting. It's definitely hard for me to answer that just in the sense of like, I'm a people person, bro. Like, I know even like, bro, I don't got a lot of money now. And I'm the man when I go places. So just because not in an arrogant way, but like, yo, I'm confident in myself. I'm likable. I love people. I treat people with respect, and I'm a good listener. So like, bro, like most people want those types of people around them. I'm sorry, like that's just I do.
You know what's interesting for me? So for me, the first question, I would not take the $1 billion.
Okay.
I would do the January 1st, $250K.
Yeah.
And I would take the status. Like I would take like the cut the line.
Okay.
Jeff, like
now why?
I think, but okay, real quick, I'll go back to it. And the second question, I'm also taking
number 2.
The 250K. Nobody knows me in the freedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So,
which is interesting because it's opposite of what your first answer is.
Exactly. And it's weird because I feel like I know me. I just, even when it comes to like giving back or this or that, I don't 250K a year. I'm cool with that. Like, I'm a minimalist. I'm a simple dude. Like 250K. I'm cool with that. And I just think that, I don't know, like call it vain or call it, I just think that I would enjoy the perks of having the status and people and getting the relationships and getting into the certain doors and relationships
Yeah.
and I would rather that.
Okay.
I'd rather have the status and know the right people and be able to help and do my thing and give back as well with 250K and people knowing who I was to be and using that to be able to
Okay.
maneuver through you know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
no, yeah, you're basically using the status as opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like the second question, 250K a year, I'm totally fine with being like
Yeah.
an average person and not people, because I would still be able to go and meet people and live my life and
Exactly.
you know what I mean? So I just thought
it is
you know,
interesting,
it's
bro.
cool that it's cool to see where people's mind like
So to
you know?
go on a tangent on that. So because I'm thinking about to use the status for opportunity, but you got the money. Most of the time, the money will get you into whatever door.
Yeah, but still, just knowing like, you know, if I'm with, yeah, I don't know. I just think I would like it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
Okay.
even just to get the taste of it. Like, you know, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
I think,
That's interesting, bro. It's definitely interesting. It's an interesting perspective because when I think of status, I don't know. Because it's ironic because we're all like on social media and it's a big status platform and you're like doing this thing to grow a following,
Yeah.
which is status.
yeah.
But
But it's not so important that if I was able, like for the second
Yeah.
question, if I was able to travel
throwing
and
it
freedom
away.
on my own time, I wouldn't care because I would still have a good dating life. I would still be able to travel. I wouldn't
Yep.
need to be known. You know what I'm trying to say?
So now let's go a little further.
Okay.
Out of on your second question, if you had to pick two situations, one or the other, right? So if you had, well, you kind of already did that. I'm trying to think like, how can I make this question even a little bit further? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so you're picking the status with the 250K and the freedom, right? What if you had, that's easy. How about eliminate the money on the status one? So you make 45K and you get some status, right?
Yeah.
But the other one is forget the movement and stuff like the distance stuff because that's a given. Like I don't think too many people want to get locked down like that. It's like house arrest. But then say on that one you got the 250K, but no status. No one knows anything. But the other one you get 45K, but you get status.
I'm taking the 45K with status.
You're taking the
Yeah.
so the status.
I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I think that it's tough because I'll tell you it's tough because I think that the status would allow me to get into rooms with people who could help me make more money and put me in position for opportunity and experience and possibly make more money.
Okay.
But you could argue that with the 250K,
You kind of already got what you want.
you could kind of just, I mean, so
Hell, you could just.
yeah, I guess maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
10%.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
You know.
I think it would depend on what I could get out of the status.
Yeah.
I think that if I was able to use the status to position myself and,
Yeah.
but maybe not.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah,
There's
bro,
another
it's
question too, based on like, there's another question to ask, a third one based on like, I mean, you're married with a kid, so I can't really ask you. So it's just, it's different. But there's another question. It was like, would you rather make $1 million a year and be celibate for 10 years? No romantic love, no love life, no family, no romantic relationships, no women.
For 10 years?
For 10 years. Or
I've never gone that long.
Or would you make 40 grand? I think it was like 40 grand a year. Very average pay, like the average man, 40 grand a year, but you have the best dating romantic relationships. Maybe you have a girlfriend or a wife that loves you. You have kids. You're happy.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
cheat. It's just you have the best romantic
This is
relationships.
game, takes
Yeah,
two
like just
vacations a year.
yeah, just like
Yeah, yeah,
and yeah. So 40 grand a year, and
Yeah.
maybe you're single and your dating life is excellent.
Yeah.
Or you have a wife and you're in love and she loves you and you have kids and everything's great, but you make 40 grand a year.
Yeah.
Or $1 million a year
And
you're celibate for
celibacy.
10 years. I'm taking the 40K with the romantic. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, it's like where I'm at now.
I need romantic relationships, dude. Like, I think that's important. I love when I'm able to connect with a chick.
Yeah.
Whether it's on a date or whether it's in a relationship. I love that. And I think that's what it comes down to, like love and romantic. You know what I mean? So I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Personally.
I mean, I'm definitely taking that. I think my younger self would have taken the $1 million a year in celibacy because I really wasn't thinking about getting married until all of a sudden, like, I had done a lot of dating.
So maybe if you took it at like 21 and waited 10 years, you're like, all right, I'm 31. I still can go date, you know,
Like,
but I mean,
I learned a ton because now I'm like, you know, but at the same time, like you said, you did it at 21. That's a big sacrifice. That's a big chunk of your life right there from 21 to 31. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like kind of all of your prime that you just kind of stepped out of the game, but you gained a lot. It's very hard, bro, because they're very interesting questions. It's funny because I'm reading the Magic of Thinking Big, and he says, ask these people these 3 questions and see their response. And one of the first questions is, how can we eliminate jails in the next 30 years? So you don't have to answer it. So he says,
made me think.
he says, ask them these questions. How can we eliminate jails in the next 30 years? We should change the working day from 1 to 8 p.m. or 1 to 9 instead of 9 to 5. Presidential elections presidents should be able to hold their term for 6 years instead of 4 years. And the federal mailing, like the mail service, should be handed over to private enterprises to handle mail. And he says, based on these questions, see people's response. And he says, if they laugh at it, or if they completely shut it down, it shows their area of thinking, that they're not as wise as they think they are. Because, and he relates it to a boss, he goes, tell a successful man your successful plan, and he won't laugh. He'll take you seriously, and he'll listen to it. But someone who's not successful will laugh, play it off, and show you no respect. So it separates that level of thinking, you know? And then he goes on a case study where he did this in a class with kids, and the kids like laughed at him and said, like, are you crazy? Like, did you just hear about the murder the other day? We need jails. We need to employ cops. Like, we need to employ all these people. He goes, and then I waited a little longer, and then they started saying, well, you know, you could build more rec centers in areas of poverty where a lot of crime happens. You could hire psychologists to start working on people in their earlier ages in crime-ridden areas to help break that paradigm of thinking of crime. And they came up with a ton of responses where they first thought it was impossible. And he brings it all full circle to you to say, dude, stop saying things are impossible. Just stop. Yeah. If it's possible, think of ways how to make it possible. Yeah. Once you say impossible, you shut your creative thinking down. I'm like, so true, bro. I freaking love that book.
And it's interesting when you really do, like, when you ask questions like that, like, it really allows you to, I mean, I can remember even just through the last, like, one of the most recent dates I went on. Like, you know, you're on, it's interesting that, like, you get, you know, you're on a date with somebody, or, you know, and instead of just like the typical, like,
and stuff.
Yeah, or instead of just like, hey, like, so what do you do? Or like, what do you like? Oh, that, like, what's your favorite this? Do you like that? It's like, no, it's like, you ask questions like that.
She goes, what do you love?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, dang.
Yeah,
you
like,
know, like, dang, what I love. Let me think about that.
But it just makes it for an interesting conversation. It's just, you're able to like isolate someone's thinking and see how somebody thinks, you know? So like I'm talking, if I'm talking with a girl, if I'm out, it's like, oh, would you rather, let's say you were in this situation, stranded here, and you had two choices, da 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 da, or if you had to marry, you know what I mean? If you had 50, you know what I mean? It just makes for interesting conversation, and it makes people think, dude.
Yeah,
It makes
man.
people think. Sometimes I like listening to certain people or talking with certain people. I'm like, you know what, like. And the last time I went out with a girl, I asked her certain questions, and she's like, you made me think. Like,
Yeah.
I like that. You're making me think. She's like, you're a thinker, and you're making me think. I like that. Like, I like that you're making me think. And I was like, yeah, it's like, it's just,
Dope, man.
you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like, cause you don't, until you hear somebody say something, you're like, holy shit. Like, I never really thought about that. And that's why I like listening to certain people. Cause it just, it stops you from being so closed-minded to things. And it's like,
Dude.
man, like,
Yeah, dude, it does, man. It does. It does. I need to get better at it, bro. It's definitely an area I need to constantly work on and do stuff like that.
I guess I'm looking at it more in terms of like a dating kind of thing.
But just anybody,
Yeah. Like, I was listening to Ty Lopez, and he said that too. He's like, he was doing like this conference, and he was talking about how men will go up to a girl and he just go like, hey, like, I saw you across the room, and I just wanted to say how beautiful you are. Can I buy you a drink? And he's like, he goes, I don't know. He goes, I just think that's personally so wrong. And he goes, a good one I like to use is, hey, excuse me, my friend and I were having this argument. Could you settle it for us?
That's straight out of the game, the book, The Game.
I've never read that. I've heard about it.
Straight
and
out
he
of
goes,
that.
and he just goes, and he goes open. He goes, get into her mind. He goes, get into a girl's mind. He goes, I was having an argument with my friend. He goes, what do you think? He goes, is it better to be wanted or needed, and why?
Like,
And I was just like, damn, like,
yeah, it's definitely,
but like, not
smart.
even just for you, even just asking yourself that question.
Yeah.
It's just like I was just intrigued. I was like, yo, it's just it almost kind of puts like the whole beauty and like sexual aspect of a relationship or trying to pick someone up aside, and it opens up for real conversation. Like, oh shit, like, is it better to be wanted or needed? I don't know. Let me think about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's
and
just
right away you can, I mean, depends on what the guy's looking for, but like, you'll be able to weave out the people that you don't want to talk to.
Yeah. That's
right
my
away.
Point. That's the point. So it's like,
you're like, oh, you could beautiful, but
like you can ask a girl,
bimbo.
like you could could ask a girl, like, oh, like, let's say you had a guy who made $1 million versus a guy who who made and based on someone's answers, you can kind of tell, like, okay, this girl probably thinks this way.
Hold on, I'm gonna go share this with my friend.
Yeah, no, but
never come back.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying it's just when you hear things from people that you never thought of, it makes, like I just said, it makes you open your mind up and think.
Yeah, dude.
And it's just like, yo, it's just interesting.
Don't do it enough.
You read The Game?
I read some of it. Yeah, I definitely did. I read some of it.
I've heard of it. I never read it.
It's a cool book. It's a big, it's based on, a pickup artist and a guy learning from a pickup artist. But the pickup artist, even though his intent is to get women, his approach on getting women is very much that way. And it's basically the old thing, like, basically, like, how many dudes are going up to girls calling them beautiful? Can I get your number?
Yeah.
But how many of them are asking them a question like, hey, see that guy over there? What do you think he does for a living? You brought all this attractiveness. I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care who you're here with. We're on the same level right now, and we're going to talk about this. Yeah. And you're now in your mind, and it sparks something in people in general. Yeah. It's not even a female,
That's what
male
I'm saying.
thing.
It doesn't have to be just with girls, but
you can do that with anybody, and it teaches you that. It's really cool like that, Magic and Thinking Big is very similar to The Game in the sense of the psychology part of things. The Game's a little more like on a story on this guy's journey of being with this pickup artist and seeing what he does, and then him turning into that. So it's cool like that.
I think psychology is cool, dude. Just being able to like read people and understand, and even just like sales and marketing and business. It's all human psychology. It's all being able to read people and just, it's just whether you're trying to persuade somebody to buy your product, or whether you're trying to persuade a girl to try to sleep with you, or whether you're trying to persuade whatever. Like it's
Yeah.
all it's all like human psychology.
Well, it's so
It's
funny because
crazy.
as you're saying that, persuading, it's like it's like almost, oh man, it's so weird. You're not, it's like basically the best way to get what you want is it's the not sell. So there's no persuasion. It's almost like, hey, listen, we could either do the deal or not. Like, I want to make sure that it works for both of us, or else we just won't do it.
Like
And
I'm cool with not doing the deal.
it's like a
I'm yeah.
takeaway close.
Yeah.
So you're detaching yourself from the deal, the outcome. Meaning, I'm not really concerned about the outcome. I'm more concerned on, does it work for both of us? And however you do that and spin it is your persuasion. So you could use it as a malicious tactic and it will work because it's psychology. You know, people don't pick up on it naturally. They're more, if you're good at it,
Yeah.
you could just, that's why they call people master manipulators, because they're manipulating the situation. People don't even know they're being manipulated. They're like, dang, I just signed up for that.
Like if you were trying to if you were trying to like sell somebody's home, right? And
Yeah.
like it's almost kind of, instead of being like, I could sell your home, but like it's almost kind of like, hey, listen, I saw, that you have this home for sale. Like, I'm a real estate agent, but I could maybe help you. I don't work with everybody, maybe, but like, let's see if I'm a good fit to help you. Maybe I'm
That's
not.
it.
So you know what I mean?
See,
Like,
that's it.
you know,
And it shows
I might not
shows
be,
you're
yeah.
not needy.
Yeah.
It shows you're
Exactly.
not so concerned on the money, because everyone's thinking you want the money. He just said he won't even do it if it doesn't work. He don't care.
Well, you just said it. It's like with business, with women, with relationships and sales. It's not being needy.
Yeah.
Usually helps
Always
you
works.
close the deal.
It makes you want it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Like,
Things that you don't learn until you're older. Like,
yeah, you don't learn it till older, bro. And it's
needy
so
as hell when you're younger.
yeah, I mean, like,
yo.
yeah, we all go through it, bro. We all gone through those needy moments, but then when you hit it, and that's, to bring it full circle, that's why being, things that you're doing that are making you confident, they eliminate that neediness from your nature.
Yeah.
Because you
don't need
love
to,
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So
100%.
it's like, man, I don't, I love myself. So like, hey, I'm full transparent. I'm detached from the money, whatever you think my motive is. No, we're here for this. And if we're going to do it, great. If not, we're still great buddies.
Exactly.
I'll catch you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's just
Confidence eliminates the neediness.
Yeah.
And the confident, that's why like in, having like an abundance, like you might not be a good fit to sell somebody's home based on like like the personality, but you don't need you don't need the deal because you got 10 other deals lined up.
Yeah. And even if I didn't,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or
even
it's
if I
like,
don't.
it's like, okay, if I don't, this girl's cute, or, if we don't vibe, or on the other token too, like even with girls too, it's like you don't, if a girl doesn't like you, or maybe you don't vibe with a girl, it's like you're cool because you got other options. Yeah. Or if not, you're confident with yourself to be like, I'm so cool.
There's
like,
a girl
I'm good.
for me.
Yeah, like
We might not work out. It's all good. No ill will.
Yeah.
But, best believe I'm not going to be needy. Like, hey, listen, I love myself, man. Like, at the end of the day, I know God's going to provide for me.
That's why at the end of the day, dude, whether it's like, it's at experience and just like nothing trumps like experience.
Nah, man, nothing. The field, bro. The field.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as don't take yourself out the game, bro. That's like the biggest thing, bro. Don't take yourself out the game. Stay in the game, bro. Get a lot of splinters.
I've been in the frame this whole time. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Oh, what's up?
Yeah, bro. Don't sit on the bleachers too long, bro. You catch splinters.
How you feeling though? You feel like you got anything else? You trying to?
I mean, let's wrap this up. So like, closing statements, bro. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I mean, closing statement, guys. So we started off talking about being in shape, and we kind of did a full circle back to confidence. But it all comes from you staying at it, man. I feel like I'm saying the same thing all the time, but that's just the reality, man. You'll learn as you go and just love yourself, love others, and just be detached from all neediness. And once you're detached from neediness, you're wanted forever, man.
Yeah, man. I think you said it. I think that was it. I think,
You know,
yeah, that was it.
you gotta have something. You gotta have something. Give the people something, bro. You got something.
Yeah, I would just say try to stay consistent with whatever you're doing. Try to keep that vision if you have it. Uh, and just be grateful, man. Not something that I'm not always great with, but try to just be grateful for where you're at and what you have and who you have in your life. And just, again, I think just trying to be the best version of yourself, you know, I feel like that is always a relevant statement, just trying to continue to grow in all aspects. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what
Dang,
we're trying
bro.
to,
You just said
you know,
grateful. I can't believe we went that whole talk and I didn't even mention that. That's like the one of the biggest ones.
well, that could be episode 22. Look, you know,
Dang. Wow. Wow. Gratefulness, guys. That is like the key to a lot. A lot, bro. A lot. So without gratefulness, I don't know what we're doing. And I need to practice that constantly, bro. That is something I struggle with, bro. Yeah. 2-1.
21, episode 21, dreams and day jobs. That's
Said
what's
it.
up, man. Hell yeah.